What is up, guys? Giants901 here with my very first formation guide / review for FIFA 17. This one's going to be focusing on the 4-3-3-5, otherwise known as the false 9. Extremely good formation in FIFA 17. We're going to be talking about the pros, the cons, the instructions, and exactly how to play with this formation. So if you guys are interested in that and want to see more, make sure to subscribe and make sure to watch my tutorial so you can continue to get better at FIFA 17. So let's start off with some instructions here with the right backs and the left back. Like most of my 4-back formation, it's going to be pretty standard. Stay back while attacking. That's the only thing you should change. Keep at normal interceptions, but make sure to tell them to stay back while attacking. Just because it's not going to limit them. It's not going to make them force them to stay back completely and not attack at all. But it is going to make them lag behind just a little bit, just to help out a little bit in that counterattack. For the center backs, guys, leave it on default. That's already in stay back while attacking and normal interceptions. You can leave that as default. Then we get over to the CDM. Very important with the CDM, guys, that you have a really good player. Since this is just a 1 CDM formation, you want to make sure to have a pretty fast player and, most importantly, a good defensive player, around 80 defending stats. Make sure he's more of a defensive-minded CDM, so he stays back. His work rates are medium to high in defending. If he is medium in defending, make sure his attack and work rates are medium or lower. For his instructions, you want to tell him to stay back while attacking and cut passing lanes. That way, it just seems to be great in getting into position to steal balls, intercept some passes, and really get in good position. If you have a great player like Lam, I love using Lam as a center defensive mid in FIFA 17 Ultimate Team, FIFA 17 regular games. Super good at finding the places to be so he can intercept the ball. Then we got the 2 center mids, guys. One of those guys I like to keep just the default instructions, so you don't have to switch anything. Leave him balanced attacking, balanced crossing. Don't need to switch anything. Now, the more defensive of the 2, which in this case would be Vidal, he's got a little bit better defending stats. I tell him to stay back while attacking, just to help out a little bit, because again, guys, defense is the most important part of FIFA 17 and all FIFAs. So you want to be a little bit more protective of defense than offense. All you have to do is score 1 goal to win, but you can't give up goals because then you're in big trouble. So I tell Vidal, which is the better defender in this formation, in this squad, to stay back while attacking. Again, it's not going to force him not to come up the pitch, but it's just going to lag behind a little bit and help protect a little bit more in the defense. Then for my right wings and my left wings, guys, I like to tell them to stay forward, stay wide, and get in behind. I find this to be really good to spread out the pitch by staying wide, staying forward, because I already have a lot of defenders. I don't need them to come back and help out on defense. Of course, they will still come back a little bit, but they'll lag behind up a little bit, like the opposite of what they'll stay back while attacking. They'll lag a little bit more towards the attacking portion of the pitch. And they're just going to be in good position to constantly go on those counterattacks. And I want them to be constantly making runs. So I tell them to get in behind. Because as you're going to tell by this formation, the best way to play this formation, you want to get it to the striker and then have the striker look around, pass first. And those wingers making those runs, getting in behind, that's what you're going to be looking for, those passes. And then lastly, the most important position in this formation, guys, the striker. This needs to be your best player along with that CDM and of course your center backs, like in any formation. But on the attack, the best player has to be the striker because he's the one who's going to run your offense. What I like to tell him to stay central, because my other guys are already going to stay wide. So you want him to stay central. You want him to be right there in the middle of the pitch. And you want him to be the target man just so he's looking for the ball a little bit more. Overall, this formation, I love it. I recommend it. I definitely recommend you guys to use this formation. Absolutely great formation, especially if you're a possession player. You like to build up play. You like to pass the ball around and really utilize all your players, and you have a strong striker. Once again, I can't stress it enough. You want to have a strong striker because you want to get the ball to the striker and run your offense through him. That's the best way to use this formation. You want to have a good passing striker. Very important. For the striker position, he has to be a great passer. That's the most important stat for a striker. For the wingers, the most important stats are dribbling and pace. Those are the most important stats for the wingers. CDM, I already said defending and pace a little bit. And then for the right back and left back, pace is the most important. The pros of this formation is just a great overall passing formation. Really good positioning, good depth all around. You really feel really comfortable. Your defense is very good, especially if you have good center defensive mids and good center midfielders that can also help you out on the defense. Just a solid formation and everything. If you're one of those players that just likes to go constantly on the attack, really quick build-up play, counterattacks, this is not the formation for you. But if you're one of those players that likes to take his time a little bit, not too much, it doesn't have to be just for slow players. It can just be for those players that really like to pass the ball and really have those players on their team that are good passing stats. This is the formation for you. The cons, of course, you need a good striker, guys, and it only has one CDM, so that could hinder some people if you need a little bit more help on the defense. So now let's show you some examples in game, guys. This is what I'm talking about. You want to get the ball and run the offense through your striker. Here you're seeing a situation, I pass the ball to the striker. He does a first time fake shot, guys. Once again, my first touch tutorial. Very good the first time fake shot to just blow by those center backs when you're around the box. That's where you want to get the ball to. Just outside the penalty box to your striker. And the first thing you should be looking for is doing a first time fake shot or something like that to get right through the defense. And then the second thing, as you're seeing here in this second example, is look for those runs. Those guys on the wings are constantly going to try to be getting in behind, trying to make runs. The center midfielders are going to be occasionally trying to make runs if there's openings. Everyone's going to be trying to make runs, and you as a striker have to have a good passing striker. That's why it's very important that he's a good passing striker and look for those runs. You got to be constantly looking for those runs. That's how you get the most out of this formation. Pass the ball to the middle of the pitch towards those strikers and let the other guys make runs. That is it, guys. I hope you guys liked this formation review / guide. Hopefully you guys learned a little bit about how to use this false 9 formation. Definitely recommend it. Click on one of these boxes. Check out some of my other series. I already have so many tutorials, attacking, defending, passing, you name it. Click on the top left. Some top 5 videos, like top 5 skill moves on the top right. Then ultimate team videos, formation review / guys. All my future ones are going to be in that slot. And then, of course, in the middle to subscribe so you don't miss out on any future tutorials or tip videos. Thank you guys so much.